has been the head of press for several countries at Eurovision, and now he is an auteur. It is Alon Amir.
Hello, hello.
Honey, show us that book.
This is it.
3 minutes to each.
Oh, 3 minutes of eternity.
Sorry, I have bad eyes.
That's my book. I had to write a book about my experience in the Eurovision Song Contest, of course. You know, I've been doing this since before God. My first Eurovision was in '95 when I was 17, so I had to write a book about it, especially after what we've been through in Azerbaijan, which was now, looking back, it's like very happy to have gone through this, but during that it was like, oh my God, we're gonna die.
So tell us what happened in Baku.
Well, as Israelis, we have to deal with something that most countries don't have. You know, doing Eurovision is very stressful. It's a lot on your shoulders, taking a lot of time, and we Israelis have to deal with security issues. You know, going to a Muslim country with an open border to Iran, we went to Baku with 15 special agents, and actually 3 months ago I've learned that there were about 20 more special agents undercover that we were not aware of. So about between 20 and 40 people to protect us from being kidnapped, and from the venue to being blown up, and our hotel being blown up, and they actually caught 40 terrorists who were after us.
Well, on a happier note, you made it out. What are some of the funnier or happier stories in your book?
Happier. Well, the book, it's not a bio. Let me first of all say it's a novel or a popularity book based on my experience and inspired by my experience in the Eurovision Song Contest. I took all of the fun parts, all of the stories, and compiled it into one book, one story about the Israeli delegation going to Baku. Listen, one of my first Eurovisions was in 1998 when Israel won. So I remember sitting with the Israeli delegation in the crowd, and we were like, can we win it? Will we win it? We not? And then it was between us and Malta, and we were in the lead, they were in the lead. And you know, the last set of points came from Macedonia. And they gave us 8 points, and we thought, Malta has won it. And then they gave 10 points to the UK and then 12 to Croatia, and we were like, we won it! Oh my God! And I think that's the most thrilling moment for me in Eurovision, to win for my country. That's amazing. But also I have to admit that doing Eurovision for Belarus in 2005 as head of press was a lot of fun, because that was a crazy ass delegation, very crazy, and I've had so much fun with them, and they spent a lot of money and working with talented people, and it was lots of fun. Also in Malmö, I had the most brilliant singer, Moran Mazor. And of course in Moscow in 2009 we had a very political song, and Mira, one of the singers, is like my sister, so I had a lot of fun with her.
And in Malmö, there was a lot of emotion when she didn't make the final. What were you feeling?
Yeah, I thought we would qualify because the song is good and she's a great singer. And I remember sitting in the green room next to her, and they were announcing, I think it was Romania, an opera singer. Which I thought was shit. So they announced he was qualifying, and I thought, well, we didn't qualify. I knew it. Once he qualified, I thought, that's it for us. So there were a lot of tears that evening, and it was very sad because the following day was her birthday. So it was a very sad celebration. That was very, very sad for us, and because I thought we deserved to qualify, at least to qualify.
And a lot of fans want to know, is there behind-the-scenes romance?
Yeah, oh God. You know, you have to remember that when you're doing Eurovision for 2.5 months, you're only doing this, and you're doing a lot of pre-parties in Amsterdam and Latvia and Moscow and Israel and Malta. So you see the singers and their delegations more than you see your families, so they become your friends. So naturally, romances in between delegations are happening between singers, and even I had some romances. It's fun, and it's yeah, you know, you're talking about artists and musicians, and all of us are crazy. So it's a lot of binge drinking, and oh God. I can tell you a story. I won't say which singers, but let's say that in 2016 in Amsterdam, me and 2 female singers and their husbands got wasted in my room. It was so much fun. At 3 in the morning, I kicked them out because they started, the singers, spilling wine of one on top of each other, and I had to write an apology note to the cleaning lady and leave her like a lot of money as a tip because they trashed my room.
And finally, Alon, let's talk business. The book is in which languages and where can we buy it?
Well, the book is in English. The Hebrew version was released last year, but now the English version is out and it's available on Amazon. And you can read all about it. If you're a Eurovision fan, that's like a must book. Again, it's not statistics, it's not a bio, it's a novel, a very funny, very non-political, and I'm kind of revealing what's happening behind the scenes, even offers that I got to sell points and swap points with other countries, which I've always refused. But I'm talking about that as well, and you should read it to understand what's happening behind the scenes of the Eurovision Song Contest.
He is Alon Amir, and his book is 3 Minutes to Eternity, available on Amazon.
Bye, bitches. It's fun.
Alon, thank you so much.
Thank you.